Well, hello my friend, and welcome to my channel. Today I've got a special video to share with you. I have been invited to be a part of a collab with a bunch of other people. Stacy from Polish Ways invited me to a collab that she was invited to and I'm very honored to be a part of this. And today's collab is My Nail First, and it's just a list of 10 things that is the first. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And the first one on the list is my first OPI. And my first OPI ever was this one here by OPI. And it's called Cajun Shrimp. And that is what that one looks like. It's kind of a pinky red kind of color. And I remember when I used to go get my nails painted, I got my nails painted this color more than anything. So I ended up buying my own. The next one on the list is my first Essie. And I wasn't real quick to jump on the Essie train. I thought their colors were very boring and kind of eh. So it took me a while to jump on that train. But this is my first Essie, and it's called Sexy Divide. If I can get my camera to pick up that tiny writing, Sexy Divide, and it's a beautiful shimmery purple, and that is it right there on my middle nail. Try to get the other ones away. But it's a very pretty purple. I really do like this. The only thing I don't like about this one is the tiny brush. It's like super duper small, but you learn how to work with them, so that's okay. The next thing on the list is my first China glaze, and this one is my first China glaze, and it is called Rainbow. And I don't know if it's going to be able to read that tiny writing. It's right there, Rainbow. And it's my bottle's like down to here. It's gotten a lot of love and a lot of use over the years. It's very sheer, and it's still a little wet, but it's like an opalescent white. And it's very pretty. Obviously, I've used half a bottle. So the next item on the list is my first UK or US brand. Like Berry M or Sinful Colors, depending on where you're at. And my first UK was this A England, and it's called Dragon. And I actually bought two, but Dragon was what I was going after. So that's the one that made the list today. And it's a beautiful green holographic, and this polish has the most amazing formula. I've only got a few A Englands, and they all have insane formulas. I mean, no cleanup. You just can control it so well. So that is my first UK brand. And the next item on the list is my first indie, and I had to really think about this one because I didn't start off in my nail junkie world as a indie buyer, but slowly I got addicted. And my first one was Nail Pattern Boldness, and this one's called Flipping Out Hard, and it is just a crazy blue and green thick glitter bomb. And I don't know that you're going to be able to see it very well on the camera, but it is just insane, and it's very textured. You would need like some gelatin and some serious top coat to make it smooth. I left it in its normal kind of matte form today. It's got a little shine to it, but not too bad. But this one is just it's very special because it was my first indie, so I'm gonna definitely hang on to that one. And then my first hollow. I remember this like it was yesterday. This was my first hollow, and it's from Jade, and I can't pronounce the name because I don't, but it's M-A-G-I-A, and it is beautiful. I've hooked so many people onto this black nail polish and I've got a lot of black hollows now, but this was my first one, and here it is. And I mean, it's doing really good right here on camera, but out in the sun, gorgeous. And the next item on the list is my first glitter topper. And I'm gonna say that Northern Lights by I&M Out the Door was my first topper. It's kind of like fairy dust, and I have layered it over China Glaze Pray Tell, just kind of a dark vampy color. And I love Northern Lights, and I love fairy dust too. They're both very similar, but I really do love this Northern Lights, and this is the silver version. There's a gold version also, but I know silver was the first one I bought. And the next item on our list of my nail first, is my first nail art tool. And I'm sure this is going to pop up on a lot of people's list, but my first real tools was a set of dotting tools. Bought them off of eBay for pretty cheap, and I had to have them, and you can tell mine needed to be cleaned up because they get a lot of love. And I just did a little example with some Sally Hansen Extreme Wear Cherry Red, and then some Wet n Wild Mega Last, and this one is Whipped Topping. But a dotting tool is really essential, and you don't have to have actually a for real dotting tool. You can use and this is what I did before I got my dotting tools. You can use the tip of an orange wood stick that's pointy, or a toothpick, or a pen, or all kinds of things. So those were my first dotting tools, were my first nail tools. And when I first got into painting my nails, my first base coat that I ever got hooked on was this by Revive a Nail. And I probably have 5 or 6 bottles of this because it was one of those things I didn't want to run out of. And I don't really use it much anymore because I have found others that I like better. And also they changed the formula on this. I don't know what they changed, but something changed and it was no longer doing the job. But I always hang on to it because I never know if I might want to go back and retry, because sometimes you do. And the last item on our list was your first top coat. Mine, of course, was Seche Vite. And I have moved on. I still use Seche Vite a lot, but this was my first one, and it was because this is what the lady used at the salon when I used to go get my nails painted. She always used this, and I was always so impressed about how fast her nails, or my nails, dried after I left her place. So Seche Vite definitely was my first. So, but that's all I have today for my first, and I will leave links to everyone else's videos. I don't know who else participating. I did get an email. I know some of them, so I'm not going to list them because I don't want to leave anybody out, but I will have them listed down in the Dropbox so you can go check out their videos. And I would like to thank the ladies for including me on this collaboration. And that's all I have. So until next time, be good to yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.